So in today's video, I'm basically going to show you how I clean, restore, and trim my acrylic brush. So basically I'm just removing that dried acrylic, and I am going to show you in some easy steps how to do that. So if you're just literally trying to remove that dried acrylic off your bristles, then all you need is 100% acetone and maybe like a cuticle pusher to push out that acrylic. But if you're trying to go the extra mile for your brush, then just stay tuned. I am going to be conditioning and then trimming my acrylic brush, and that just makes my work cleaner. So it's my first time trimming it but not cleaning it, so it's gonna be my first time trimming it but not cleaning it. And this is how I clean my acrylic brush. So the first time that I cleaned my acrylic brush, I literally was holding it and then just dipping it in some 100% acetone, and 30 minutes did seem a long time, so this time I decided to make a little experiment. And basically I just grabbed the water bottle and I cut it and I poked some very small holes through it, and that was holding the acrylic brush, so that was perfect. And then I had to make sure that the bristles weren't all folded, make sure that they're not, touching the bottle, because then the acrylic brush will fold and you don't want that. So basically, I mean, you don't have to do this, you can always hold it, but I didn't want to wait there. So again, you don't have to do this, you can literally hold it with your hand for about 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, so check and make sure that the bristles aren't touching the bottom part, because then you'll have your bristles fold. So after you're done checking it, make sure that the acetone is like touching all your bristles. You time it for 30 to 35 minutes, and then so time's up, and I am going to check it now. So now I am just grabbing my cuticle pusher to push out that dried acrylic that now is, look at how easy it is. It's just gonna come right off. So like literally if you're just trying to like remove the acrylic, the dried acrylic, that's all you need, 100% acetone and a cuticle pusher. But like I said, if you're trying to go for that extra mile for your acrylic brush, then stay tuned, because I am going to be conditioning my brush and trimming it. So basically that's the first step I take. I grab my cuticle pusher and I push out that dried acrylic from both sides. And I am just dipping it in the acetone just so my acrylic won't dry up, because it dries up super fast. So I'm just laying it downwards and I am just pushing out that dried acrylic from both sides. So remember to be gentle when you're pushing out that acrylic off your bristles, because then you'll damage your bristles. Then after that, I just go ahead and kind of like turn my brush and just press down on the bristles, just trying to push out that hidden dried acrylic. So then I just repeat the same steps with the rest of my brush. So at this point, I'm done cleaning my brush, but now I am going to condition my brush with monomer. So what I'm doing now is just brushing my brush with my fingers, brushing it downwards, shaping it. And then I am using my No MMA acrylic monomer, and basically that's your conditioner. So I'm just sipping it in my monomer and just, making sure that all the bristles are nice and wet, and then just wiping it down. So now that my bristles are nice and conditioned, I am going to trim it. And so I'm just using my scissors that I use for cutting my nail tips, and they're like straight. There are some scissors that are curved. Do not use those because obviously your bristles are not going to be straight. So just try to grab scissors that are like perfectly straight and sharp. So the reason why I decided to trim my acrylic brush was because I noticed that the tips were very dried, and when I was doing a set, the bristles were just giving me a hard time trying to clean the sidewalls. So, and then another reason was because I seen on YouTube, I was watching these Asian people, work on their nails, and their brush was just super clean, super conditioned. And like I said, I'm trying to learn just from the videos that I watch, and just trying to learn and get better. So after I trim them, I am going to be adding a top gel, and the top gel is just basically a glue so it can keep them shaped. So I'm just basically gonna leave them like that for 24 hours, and then I'm gonna lay something on top of the bristles so they can just be nice and shaped. So the top gel is just like a glue, and then that glue is removed with monomer. So whenever you're ready to do your set of nails, you can just easily dip it in monomer and it comes right off. So I'm gonna show you how I lay something on top of my bristles for 24 hours, and then just leave it there, and then the next day you'll see that your acrylic brush look like they're brand new. So when you lay something on top of your bristles, make sure it's something flat and heavy so that it can hold down your bristles so they can be nice and shaped the next day. And like I said, that top gel is just like a glue to hold it together, and it comes right off with monomer. So basically, I'm just making sure that I cut like literally just like the tips of that of the bristles, just so that they can be nice and shaped. And after that, I just go ahead and then dip it in monomer again, just to remove all that hair, and then just to recondition it. So then I just wipe that monomer off, and then just give it a little brush with your fingers and shape it again. And then I'm just going to repeat the same steps with my other brush. Then after that, I'm going to be using this top coat, and I am going to just apply, like a thin layer all over my brush, all over my bristles. And like I said, it's just like a glue to hold it together, because sometimes the bristles spread on their own, and this will just hold it together. You don't have to worry about this top gel. It's not going to damage your bristles. And then you just shape it with your fingers. Make sure all the bristles are nicely shaped. And then you repeat the same steps with the rest of your brush. And then basically you're done. You're just gonna lay something on top of the bristles. Leave it there for 24 hours, and then your brush are ready. They're ready to be used. So I hope you like my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be showing you how I lay something on top of the bristles. So I'm going to be showing you how I lay something on top of my acrylic brush so that it can be, make sure it's heavy enough to, and I'm just doing, laying it on top of the tip.